Welcome back to Teachable Moments with April podcast. I am your host, April. Inspire, host, create, explore endless new possibilities, next level broadcasting. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Today for Mindful Monday, we're going to look at content actually from Our Daily Bread, and we're going to look at what is the difference between pleasure and joy from the Bible standpoint. John 15:11. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be full. The world offers passing pleasures, Hebrews 11:25, but the Lord Jesus offers to give us full and lasting joy, John 15:11. Pleasure is dependent on circumstances, but joy is inward and is not disturbed by one's environment. Pleasure is always changing, but joy is constant. Worldly delights are often followed by depression. True joy is grounded in Jesus Christ, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. To keep experiencing pleasure, we must run from one stimulus to another, for it refuses to be permanently grasped. Joy is just the opposite. It is a gift we receive from God. Pleasure is built on self-seeking, but joy is based on self-sacrifice. The more we pursue self-gratification, the more empty we feel. If a pint of pleasure gives momentary happiness today, a gallon of excitement and thrills is necessary for the same effect tomorrow. Joy, however, is based on the sacrificial giving of ourselves. As we learn what it means to focus on the needs of others, we find greater fulfillment in God Himself, who meets our every need. Only when you seek the things of Christ can you find abiding joy. For joy that will last, always put Christ first. My final thoughts. Okay, so Miss Mary brought this to me. I look at a variety of publications, inspirational, devotional, but for Miss Mary, she tends to look at Our Daily Bread, and I look at Our Daily Word. So when she brought this to me, just something that she found, interesting and I could benefit, the Spirit moved her to do so, I looked at it and I just knew that it would be perfect for today's Mindful Mondays. If I haven't already said, we finished the book for Mira Ali Patel, Finding Your Own Calm, Creating Your Own Calm. So this I thought would be the perfect transition, a piece that we could share together and contemplate and think about. So a lot of times I think that people, I'm going to use myself as an example, not just, other people and not include myself, we don't know what the difference is between certain things. It comes down to that. It's not to oversimplify things, but ask yourself, do you know what is the difference between pleasure and joy? I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't until I read this. And sometimes you do know, but you need a reminder of what it is, or you need details defined. And sometimes just within that, it being a clear description, details defined, does it get you to have what they call an aha moment, where you're like, okay, wow, okay, there is a distinct difference. And within that difference, it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking about your own life, hopefully, and how it applies to you, and how you can take it forward or take it past that point of just knowing what the distinction or the definition of something is, and thinking on your own life and thinking, how can I make my life better? How can I apply this in my life? Am I pursuing pleasure, or I'm pursuing joy? What is more important to me? If I'm exploring pleasures, is this why I'm never quite fully happy and content, and I'm constantly trying to outdo and pursue things to top the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fifth thing? It's like this endless race, and you feel exhausted and you feel tired, and you don't understand why your life and the things in your life and the people in your life are not what you had hoped it to be. So basically what I took from this, and I don't know if you guys took this from this, is that simply pleasure is temporary, okay, and joy is permanent. And we know from the Bible and everything we've learned from it thus far is that anything that comes from God is constant. It's permanent. It never changes. Pleasure is what I would put with the world, with humans, imperfect humans. It's ever changing. It's fickle. It has no stability. So it basically comes down to, I'm going back to this, is to self. Is this what you want for yourself? Do you want to pursue pleasures that are not, they're temporary, they're ever changing, they're unstable, and they're very fleeting, they don't last? Or do you want to find something that is lasting, which is joy, which is basically steeped and rooted in the Creator? So that's a question that we all, I think, must face, and we must answer it. You may avoid it, and I get that, but it's going to come to the point in which you're going to have to pick a side. Are you going to pursue pleasures, or are you going to pursue joy? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for listening to Teachable Moments with April. If you did enjoy this episode, I invite you to come right back to check out my podcast and my other episodes. Don't forget to listen, add us to your favorites, and support by clicking on the link in the description. As always, be blessed and be well. Until next time.